Hey guys, Greg here, Underground Graphics. Today we're going to show you a new piece of PPF that we just came up with this morning. So as you know, we just recently wrapped our Bronco in Wimbledon white, or Wimby white, and last weekend we took the tops off, went and had a good weekend out with a bunch of Broncos, and putting our tops back on, I didn't think about it, but to be more careful with that wrap. What I noticed is I did get a small scratch up here in the corner. We have that covered up now with this piece of red, which is going to show you where the PPF is going to go. On our passenger side, there's a pretty good gash in there. I was pretty upset this morning when I noticed it. And anyway, decided to make a cover up on that wrap, and then decided, you know what, this would be a great opportunity to show y'all how good the PPF will work in this case. Obviously, if it's paint, it's probably not going to put a gash in the paint, but it is still going to scratch it, or could still scratch it. My point is, this will give you a little bit of insurance, just a little bit of safety, if you will. If you're a little loose with those tops, again, they're not that heavy, but they can be awkward getting those in, one arm under the bar, one arm over the bar. And what I noticed is this is that point, this plastic point, there's no weather stripping around that edge. So that caught me right here. Did the same thing on the passenger side. And with this PPF, we can kind of get that just along that bend. And again, it's just a little bit extra. So in case you just move slightly and then you hit that, you'll have something there. And again, that PPF can take a hit. This is what we're using on our roll bars in the back. We use it on our hood. Down here on the sills, we do it on the door sills, down on the rocker. So this is great stuff. So again, this is our area where we're gonna go. I'm gonna go ahead and peel this off, and then I'm gonna show you, this is gonna come as a set. I think these are gonna be 15 bucks on the site, so minimal for a little bit of insurance on that. What this is gonna come with as well, likely just gonna come with that small plastic squeegee. You don't have to use the rubber one. It's so much easier if you use this. You can go right on that paint and not worry about it. With the plastic, again, especially on the wrap, I don't want to get those scratches on it. But you can just use something small. It's not a whole lot of area on this, so it's not that big of a deal. But we are going to go ahead and use this one here, and then we do have this online as well. And then of course, you're going to want a microfiber towel, our alcohol to prep the surface, and then our slide, which is our soap and water premix. So let's go ahead and get started. I literally just put this on for the photos to show you that area. I'm very curious to see what you guys are thinking about this Wimbledon white wrap. And again, just a small scuff there. That's almost not even noticed worrying about, but if you're like me, I see everything and it bothers the hell out of me. So make sure we got this one right. This one looks to be that may be the other side. So this one's gonna go here. That is this side here. So let's go ahead and hit our alcohol. And again, we just want to get this clean. So you've got a good clean surface to go onto. And remember, this weather stripping is part of that pillar. So I've seen some that don't look so good from the factory. This one I think we got a little lucky with, and even able to tuck that wrap down in there without any issue. And I want to make sure your hands are clean. So I'm going to just get a little bit of alcohol on the hand that I'm going to touch that with. I forgot which one I'm doing here already. I think it's this one here. Because you are going to just barely have to touch the back side of this. I like to use my fingernail, just barely get that started. We're going to spray the back side up, spray the top side of this, get that on there real quick, and then go ahead and spray the top again. And we're going to line that up right where you want it. And notice this edge is going to roll just a little bit, and keeping that wet. That's where I like to have that big squeegee. I can just go real quick with it, slap that right on, and it kind of takes those contours. And I've already got a majority of that done. What's not done is hitting this edge here, and that's where we're going to want that towel. And we want this to make sure we want to get as much coverage as we can with that PPF. And if you have a little bit that's being stubborn, just let that adhesive dry and it'll be fine. Then you can roll that when it dries. But essentially, you're wanting to push that water out, or that soapy water mix, and get it. You just kind of keep going back over that. And if you want to go back over on that, we can try this again. But again, we're so close to that edge that water coming out is just going right back in, unless we can hit it with that microfiber. So essentially, you could even do this. And again, that's why I like this rubber one. I can really get some flex into that and just get that to lay down. And once that picks up that moisture, that edge will lay just fine. Like I said, if you're fighting with this, just leave it lifted for a little bit, come back in 15 minutes, and that soap water should have evaporated, and you can just lay that down. And like I said, make sure you've got all your water out of there. And I even like this better. I think this PPF is thinner than our actual wrap, so this looked better than our little wrap cover up that covered up that little spot. And again, it's this finny thing. This tells a story. To be careful, I can share with other owners and say, hey, be careful taking your top off. That little corner can do this. Well, that's a little bit of damage. The other side's got a lot more on it. But as you see, that was just a few minutes. We got that side on, no problem. And now we're gonna go ahead and hit that other side. Anyway, something quick. If you have any questions, anything, let us know. We did do the top rail PPF as well before we did our wrap on this one. So we showed you that. That was a new item. Someone called and asked as well if we would make a small piece for that rear, the rear top, where that top bolt goes down. That scratches paint as well. We did not do that because we wanted that to just go around that. But if you do want to do that full piece, I think we're going to go ahead and start including that in that kit. It's just going to be a small area that goes underneath that bolt. Like I said, my point is always looking to make something for you guys. If you have any questions or anything that you want to see specifically, just give us a ring. Just let us know. And yeah, see you next time. Thank you.